What if everything you thought you knew about Alaskan Bush People was a lie? For years, the Brown family charmed millions with their back-to-nature lifestyle, living off the land, building cabins by hand, and facing the elements without modern conveniences. But was it ever truly real? Or were viewers simply watching a carefully crafted illusion? Now Noah Brown is pulling back the curtain and exposing shocking truths that challenge everything fans believed about the show. What secrets has the Brown family been hiding all along? And why is it all coming out now? When Alaskan Bush People first aired in 2014, it was marketed as an unscripted reality series documenting the life of the Brown family, who lived in the Alaskan bush far from civilization. The narrative was compelling: a family of 9 making do with handmade tools, hunting for food, and building shelters from scratch. It was sold as a true depiction of modern-day pioneers who had forsaken the comforts of society in favor of a freer, more natural existence. However, as the show gained popularity, viewers and local Alaskans began to notice discrepancies in the portrayal of the family's lifestyle. Reports emerged suggesting that the Browns were not as isolated as depicted. Several locals claimed to have seen members of the family in nearby towns on a regular basis, staying in hotels and purchasing supplies. These sightings directly contradicted the show's portrayal of a family living miles away from civilization, with little to no contact with the outside world. More revealing were the aerial shots and maps that showed the Brown family's cabin located much closer to roads and towns than the show implied. The illusion of complete isolation was further undermined when social media users uncovered photos of the Browns using technology, staying in modern accommodations, and interacting with the local population. The authenticity of Alaskan Bush People took a more significant hit when Noah Brown began sharing behind-the-scenes information. As one of the central figures on the show, Noah's insights carried considerable weight. In interviews and social media posts, he revealed that much of the show was carefully staged. One of the most surprising revelations involved the filming techniques used to preserve the illusion of reality. According to Noah, microphones were frequently hidden in clothing, accessories, and even props to ensure clear audio while maintaining the appearance of spontaneity. This tactic alone indicated a level of orchestration inconsistent with true documentary filmmaking. Noah also hinted at the use of reshot scenes and producer-driven dialogue. Certain interactions, he suggested, were not as organic as they appeared on screen. Moments of conflict or bonding, often central to an episode's emotional arc, were sometimes reenacted or prompted by producers to enhance dramatic effect. The facade of authenticity began to crumble even further when the Brown family encountered legal trouble. In 2015, Billy Brown and his son Joshua Bam Bam Brown were charged with 60 counts of first-degree unsworn falsification and first- and second-degree theft. The charges stemmed from fraudulent applications for Alaska's Permanent Fund Dividend, a yearly payout to residents who live in the state for a full calendar year. According to the authorities, the Browns claimed to be residents of Alaska while actually living outside the state for significant portions of the year. This directly contradicted their on-screen portrayal as isolated wilderness dwellers. It added fuel to the growing skepticism about the show's authenticity. Billy and Joshua Brown eventually pleaded guilty to fraud charges. They were sentenced to 30 days of house arrest and ordered to pay restitution. The scandal sent shockwaves through the fan base and beyond. This legal saga deeply impacted the show's credibility and popularity. For many viewers, it confirmed long-held suspicions about staged scenarios. The idea that the family was only pretending to live off the grid felt like a betrayal. As trust in the Brown family eroded, so too did the belief in the show's mission. Critics began to question how much was real and how much was cleverly edited fiction. The damage to their reputation proved hard to undo. In addition to production manipulations and legal issues, Alaskan Bush People was also plagued by internal family drama. Noah Brown opened up about the emotional and psychological toll of being on reality TV. He admitted the pressure to perform for cameras took a heavy toll on him and his siblings. Behind the scenes, life was far from the idealized version portrayed. He also addressed his brother Matt Brown's struggles with substance abuse. These revelations showed a much darker and more complicated reality. Matt Brown's struggles were initially kept private, but eventually came to light as he sought rehabilitation. Noah's openness about Matt's issues brought attention to the very real personal challenges faced by the family, which were largely hidden from the public eye. It highlighted how the pressures of fame, a tightly controlled narrative, and personal issues clashed behind the scenes. The family also faced emotional trauma with the passing of patriarch Billy Brown in 2021. The show touched on this loss, but fans and critics alike questioned how much of the grief shown was genuine and how much was dramatized for ratings. The line between reality and performance became increasingly blurred, especially as the series continued post Billy's death. The fallout from these revelations has been significant. Fans of Alaskan Bush People were divided. Some felt betrayed by the realization that much of the show was heavily scripted or staged. These viewers had invested emotionally in what they believed was an authentic portrayal of an alternative lifestyle. Others, however, appreciated the entertainment value of the show, regardless of its authenticity. Noah Brown's honesty has been met with mixed reactions. While some praised him for shedding light on the truth, others criticized him for potentially damaging the family brand and legacy. Regardless of public opinion, his disclosures have prompted a broader conversation about the ethics of reality television and the fine line between storytelling and deception. The legacy of Alaskan Bush People is now viewed through a more critical lens. What was once celebrated as a genuine exploration of frontier living is now often cited as an example of manufactured reality. The show may still hold sentimental value for longtime viewers, but its place in the reality TV landscape is forever altered. The story of Alaskan Bush People, and particularly Noah Brown's revelations, underscores a fundamental truth about reality television. Not everything is as it seems. As audiences become more media savvy, there is an increasing demand for transparency and authenticity. The Brown story, once idealized, now serves as a cautionary tale about the power of narrative and the importance of questioning what we see on screen. While the show may have started with genuine intentions, it ultimately evolved into a hybrid of reality and fiction, crafted to entertain but marketed as truth. For fans and critics alike, Noah Brown's revelations provide a necessary, albeit uncomfortable lens through which to reassess the stories we choose to believe. If you enjoyed uncovering the real story behind Alaskan Bush People and want more behind-the-scenes truths and celebrity revelations, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Hit that bell icon so you never miss a wild story. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.